opportunity to advance further than before.
What's up everybody, my name is Ica, and today we're going to be looking at a game that just got out of early access and hit its version 1.0, and that game is EVERSPACE. This game is an intense, arcade-style, roguelike, single-player arena space shooter. And if that sounds like a lot, it's because this game does a lot. The first thing that you'll notice when you boot in is that it is beautiful. The graphics are absolutely amazing, the worlds are very well textured, the levels are all procedurally generated just like a traditional roguelike, and everything looks great. All of the particle effects look great, all of the sound effects really fit in, and it feels awesome. You're also going to notice that the controls are very tight. They're very well done. The ship you control can go backwards, forwards, up, down, and strafe left and right, yaw, pitch, and roll, just like you would expect in any normal space combat game. But it all feels very tight, it's very responsive, it's very quick, allowing you to make maneuvers that you wouldn't normally be able to make in other space shooters, and it makes combat feel very rewarding. Now this combat is no joke, with 3 different levels of difficulty from easy to normal to hard. It can really ramp up in how quickly you're going to die. Death should not scare you in this game. Encounters are randomly generated and placed throughout the levels. Each level is randomly generated. It's going to feel a lot like FTL when you're in the world map, because it's just kind of jumping from point to point until you get to an end point where you're going to jump to another system. In each of these procedurally generated systems, you're going to be able to find resources, enemy encounters, traders, NPCs. You're going to find all manners of events, encounters, and environments. Now, each playthrough sees you spawn as a new clone of yourself to go out and make it to the end. However, each time you're going to collect credits and resources that you can use to spend on upgrades to help boost further playthroughs to make it so that you can probably get a little bit further each time. Now, these credits and resources do not stick around as you make your way from clone to clone, so you need to spend them at the end when you die or lose them. Each trip on the merry-go-round has a unique set of missions that you can accomplish for extra credits as well. And these could be things from killing certain numbers of enemies to making a certain number of credits to maybe even crafting or doing other things within the game. Which brings us up to another system in the game, and that's the crafting. Now, while you're making your way through the universe, you can craft different objects, weapons, ammo, anything like that to help you make your way. Now, this is great because you can get the parts that you need to craft that stuff off of fallen enemies, out of hidden crates, hidden chests, as you explore each one of the arena-type zones. As you are playing, you'll also take damage to critical systems on your ship, like life support, and you will need to use your resources that you would normally use to craft other things to help repair your ship so that you don't die early on in the run. There is a bunch of unique loot that can drop for you. You can get blueprints to help make future runs easier. There is a lot of depth to this game that you can explore. Now, one of the other things that I do like is there are 3 different ships that you can use throughout the game. Each ship has its own upgrades, and so you'll need to upgrade those independently of each other, which allows it so that you can kind of do a playthrough on the beginning ship, and then earn up credits for the medium ship, or earn up credits for the heavy ship, and you can then go and make different playstyle choices for each one of those different types. Now, I will say that while story is not something that I normally play roguelikes for, I was very happy to hear that the story in this game is all voice acted. It all seems to be fairly well flushed out. I was actually kind of intrigued by some of the story points, so that's a huge bonus to me that they were able to throw in at least an intriguing story. If you've been a big fan of roguelikes in the past, then this is actually a really good pickup, as long as you're comfortable navigating in a 3D space, as the 6 degrees of freedom can get a little overwhelming at times. Now, the game has released at full price on Steam, and that full price is $30. However, I feel that if you are a fan of the roguelike genre, that this game is well worth the money for your pickup. However, if you do get easily frustrated, this may not be the game for you. With that being said, since you do have the ability to upgrade your ship between runs, you will always make some sort of progress, which is great for anybody who doesn't like the feeling of getting stuck. Now, if you've liked this review, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button down below, or even hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when there are more coming out. Also, feel free to drop me a comment if you've played this game and what you think of it, or if you plan on picking it up. Thanks, and I hope to see you in the next video.